What's up, everybody? I'm Jason, this is Freebird Garage, and we are on the flat tracker as always, and we are going all in today. All right, let's dive into it. Let's get done. All right, after a long consideration, getting the jugs figured out to match the heads and this color scheme of which way I'm gonna go, the top of this motor is gonna look great. Problem is the rest of the motor is pretty nasty and just seems pretty crazy to put everything together and then eventually pull the motor out and try to clean it. If you go in that process and we end up scratching anything, then we gotta repaint jugs and the heads, any of that. I don't even want that to happen, and trying to rebuild this thing is probably gonna make more sense just to yank the entire motor out at this point. We're about 4 bolts away of yanking this whole entire motor out per se right now. So that's what we're gonna start doing. We're actually gonna yank the entire motor out, get it on my workbench so we can actually install and put the motor back together this way. And I think this is just the route. I've been beating around the bush enough about not pulling the motor, and the rest of this block is nasty, and I wanna get this thing properly cleaned up so it matches the rest of it. All right, so let's get to tearing this apart and figure out what we gotta do left to get this motor out of the cage and onto the bench. All right, let's get it done. The 4 bolts that we're talking about are pretty much the transmission bolts. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're gonna yank this side. As far as I can tell, everything else, you got the front motor mount all torn apart. Everything below is torn apart. Obviously, we have some hoses and all that will be all refigured out. I have a new idea and design I'm gonna be doing even for the oil bag up here. So let's get to tearing this apart, break some of these bolts loose. Let's get it done. Hard to see, but I got 1 bolt here. Might have to remove the tire. We have 1 last front motor mount bolt up here. Still pretty stuck on there. Figure out where else we're stuck. Got about our whole module that's hanging here. I'm gonna pull this off. That should be everything now for us to remove the motor until I grab something else that's stuck in the way. All right, let's see how this goes. Motor's out, a lot heavier than I actually imagined. I forgot also the fluid is still in the primary, so we're gonna empty that out. Gotta get to the part of maybe even removing the starter, but we're gonna clean this whole entire motor up and get this more ready for reassemble for the motor. This makes it a lot easier already, just being able to properly get everything installed on top and everything around it. So we have also a new clutch to go with, obviously the hammered 883 1275 kit. So we're gonna get this primary, empty the fluid, that'll help loosen it up, and then eventually we're gonna pull this off as well. See how far I got the oil filter that's got to come off additionally, but I might keep that on because if we're gonna be cleaning this, we're gonna have obviously some shavings, any type of filing that we're gonna have to clean up all this aluminum. If it comes off easy, won't need to worry about it, but let's get to work. All right, to get the drain plug off of this, I mean, probably be easier just to pull the whole thing off, but make a massive mess. So we're gonna see if we can prop this up. There we go. Get this thing over the edge. There. All right. Now we are in the clear. We're gonna get our oil plug off, and it's not the best angle, but we can get the finishing after we tilt it a bit as well. All right. And what I'll do is we'll tape this. See if this works. Yep, just like this. There. All right. There we go. Let that drain out. All right, oil's all out of there. Throw this back in, and just typical shavings at the bottom. Nothing bad until we, I guess, open it up and see if there's anything worse than what is on here. I'm gonna move this and pretty much get everything taped off. That's important. So our inside of our cam cover, we're gonna retape that, make sure that's cleaned up well, and then we're gonna pretty much be the tape off up here, and we should be good after that to get in the clear of where we need to be for everything else. It's gotta be taped off before we can start cleaning this thing up. And to get underneath the starter, I guess we'll see how far we can get and get to cleaning. All right, so we'll pull this off here, and now we can properly start taping this instead of doing it haphazardly like I did there. And got all our sides. There we go. Okay. And then we'll clean up the sides here. Good and well taped it. Start working on our top here now. Made these little microfiber rolls. Shove those in our lifter holes. Sure we don't got nothing that goes down there. That's good. Now we got these ones here. Should be good with what we got. Yeah, we'll place that one there. All right, so in preparation too for the cylinders, we gotta clean the top of these here as well, got them all cleaned up, and we got our one sensor here, that's good. All right, we're pretty much good to go to start kind of spraying this down and getting this cleaned up. Can't remember if I said this or not at the beginning, but I'm cleaning this with heavy abrasive. There's definitely material that you can use to go back and clean this also while it's on the bike, and if you have black and everything, you wanna use more of a light abrasive. This is to get the real nasty road grime over the past however 20 years that this has been on the road for, and I want to get in there and get as deep clean as we can get. And if we have painted cylinders and the heads on there, I know that we're going to lighten up the color if we get hit with any of this type of brake clean, carb clean, or body clean, whatever you want to do to get this metal cleaned up. And then it will have either spotches or you'll have these like weird white marks all over. So I want to make sure that we do it this way, but we have to do it that way. All right, so we're going to start spraying this down. All right, one more can of brake clean. We got many more cans to go here. All right, well, I think it's at the point where I gotta start actually using my hands now and start rubbing this thing down. All right, so I got a little more scrubbing to do. We got many more parts in the motor to get back to, but I finally got a part that I wasn't expecting in, but I finally found something that fits as close as I can get on this bike that I was trying to figure out in the long term what to do with, and that is the oil bag, right? So we have the oil bag that's on there. It's bulky, it's just unfortunate looking, especially when you have the rest of the bike looking cleaned up, sporty, and then you have this oil bag that just, it's kind of like this bubble piece in the Sportster that it gets covered up by some other, you know, body panels, everything. It's just not the greatest. And then you have the battery hanging on the outside. So I went online trying to search everywhere for an oil bag aftermarket, and there's only a handful that make essentially like chopper versions of the Sportster to go in there, but it doesn't fit the flat tracker look. And I finally was able to find one that encompasses what I'm trying to look for. All right, so we have our new oil bag. Look at that, bam. So it may look the same, but is completely different, all right? So this oil bag is going to essentially remove all the tabs that are there. You can't have any of the body modules. We're gonna remove that, and then we're gonna weld this into it. It's gonna have that classic 750 XR look. I'm super stoked. I don't even know the company that made this. As far as all they say, this is for flat track. They had really good instructions on how to install this and everything that goes with it. So this, I'll give you guys a sneak peek of what we're gonna kind of look like going in the future. I don't know when at that point, but I'll show you guys at least what it's gonna look like going in. In order to get this oil bag in there, we'd have to remove all of these tabs, which we'll get to at one point or another, but this is what it's gonna look like. Super stoked. I can't wait to get this in. We're gonna get the tabs welded in and all that. When we get down to more of the base frame, I kind of got my whole idea of change of how we're going to get the frame looking and proper, because the swing arm needs a little bit of work. This is gonna go with it at the same time. So super stoked. The company that makes this couldn't even tell you. It's off of eBay. He had one that was non-polished, and this was the polished one. The other one was already sold by the time I looked at it. This was already in like 3 other carts, so I snagged it up. It's the only sports style oil bag that removes essentially all of the garbage that you don't need when we're doing this whole deal. So it's gonna skinny everything down. Super stoked to get it in, but for now, guys, that'll wrap us in this one. I'll greatly appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button, tap that like, press the notification, leave a comment below and tell me what you think. And for those who've already subscribed, thank you, and as always, stay free. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.